Today is May 15th. Right now, I have to make sure I'm in the right position. Right now, I'm next to Elaine. And I've been asking you to do a video for how long? Maybe I missed a month.
Yeah.
And she said, yeah, every single time that she left. She said, I'm glad to do it for you next week. And I said, well, let's do it right now. She said, okay. And she's about ready to leave again.
Yeah.
So,
came in for my green smoothies.
You came in for your green smoothies. Why don't you tell them what happened? I mean, she has a really, I would say her story is beyond all stories of your journey. So it began, yeah, why don't you talk?
Well, I don't like to talk about it too much, but I like talking about the ending.
Okay.
Well, a couple years ago, I had a lesion on my tongue, which occurred right next to a root canal that I had that went bad. And for years, the dentist kept saying, there's nothing wrong with your mouth, your root canal's fine. It's normal to have pain in your jaw for all the time. So anyway, I got this lesion, and I didn't know anything about natural healing, really, as far as, you know, diet, nutrition, things like that. So when I got this lesion, I was told it was cancerous, and I better get it surgically removed. So I did. 2 days after that, I was on the table. And,
what is that? What do you mean they surgically removed? Why don't you explain a little bit about that?
Well, they you know, gave me an IV anesthetic, and they cut the lesion out.
Right.
The big thing about cancer is you have to get clean margins, and they did not get clean margins.
What's clean margins mean?
They have to get every cancer cell out of there. They can't leave any of it there.
Okay.
And I didn't know this at the time, but when you cut into cancer, it will spread.
Wow, that's right. It will
And
spread.
they say that you have to have radiation to prevent that, but that wasn't recommended, and if that was recommended, I probably would have said no anyway.
Okay.
But I wasn't very, you know, diligent about it. I didn't change my diet. I took a few vitamins, but nothing really, you know, still had a lot of stress, still let stress affect me, which I know you have to try to control.
Yeah.
All that to say, this past October, actually over the summer, I had some problems chewing and food getting caught back in my gum near my wisdom tooth. Went to the dentist, and he finally said, you better get that biopsy. It's another thing I didn't know. Biopsy is the same as a surgery.
Yeah.
That's cutting into your tissue.
Yeah, if you have a biopsy, what that does, once that
you're opening it
you
up,
open it up, and then it spreads throughout the body.
So it metastasized.
They're very dangerous.
I had the biopsy, and it metastasized to my tonsil.
Wow.
But I went to a great hospital, which I thought at the time was a great hospital. Should I say which hospital? Should I not say?
No, not say. It was probably one of the top.
It's one of the biggest teaching hospitals
in the country. In the country.
It's in the country, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And they told me they wanted to do some resection and cut my neck and all this stuff. And
from your foot.
That was the second.
Oh, it was the
opinion.
second time.
Second opinion got even better.
Oh, second opinion got better.
So they said they wanted me to do all this surgery, and they were going to have to cut into my tongue.
They found cancerous in there.
They found cancer in the tissue next to my wisdom tooth, which had metastasized from my from my tongue.
What was like a little? What was it like a little?
This red, swollen, just looked like swelling on my.
Looked like swelling.
Yeah.
Which
but a little lumpy.
Now we know it's not really that bad.
Right.
Now we know.
Now we know, but
at that time,
yeah, this surgeon wanted to cut part of my tongue off, and I was going to have speech therapy. I'm a singer. I graduated from college in music. I have my own business. I have to do a lot of public speaking and things like that. And the thought of losing my singing voice, especially because I sing worship music in church.
Worship music.
Yeah, I love it. I love it, and I didn't think that was God's plan for me to do that.
It's not.
So I went to another great teaching hospital in Philadelphia, one of the biggest in the country.
One of the biggest in the country.
They said there's a risk that it could spread to your jaw. Therefore, we recommend removing part of your shin.
Your shin.
Transplanting it into your jaw.
They're going to take part of your shin.
Right. Cut out my jaw.
Cut out your jaw.
Replace my jaw.
So you literally have your foot in your mouth.
My foot in my mouth.
Hello.
And then they said because of having removed bone from my shin, I would be probably laid up 6 to 8 weeks or longer.
Or longer.
Not able to walk.
And not able to talk. And not able to walk.
Right. They would do a tracheotomy, so I wouldn't be able to breathe or speak properly.
Oh my gosh.
And I would be permanently disfigured. That was a fact.
That was the best they could offer.
It's the best they could offer.
Wow.
They would do that for their own mother, they said.
Their own mother. Part of their foot, put it in her her mouth, take out part of your tracheum,
Yeah, give me a tracheotomy.
causing this little inflammation.
Right, that could possibly spread to my
But inflammation is actually by body design. Which means you have too much toxin in your system, body allocates a specific area of your body for these toxins to go to.
Right, so it's actually a blessing to have
It's a blessing.
because it protects
It
your organs.
It protects your organs, yeah. But
So-
they don't look at it like that.
Right, so they wanted to do this radical, horrible thing to
Right.
me, which sounded like a nightmare.
Right.
And I started thinking there's got to be something better.
That'd be something
And
better.
I came here. I came to Arnold.
Arnold, you're better.
And I was like, I'm not doing this to my body. I know, and you know, I don't know if you want me to get preachy about this, but
Yeah, go ahead.
I felt like God was telling me not to worry, that everything was going to be fine, and that I didn't have to have any of those radical, conventional.
It's not in God's design.
Right.
Well,
God has given us so
Right.
many
Right.
natural healing
That's
remedies,
right. Right.
just in everything that grows.
And even our bodies.
Our own immune system.
Our immune system, yeah.
is built to fight that.
Makes me want to cry. Well, there's so many people who don't understand that.
Yeah, but
So what they do is they get their foot in their mouth, and they're disfigured for the rest of their life. They
Yeah.
think that's the way it should be.
yeah,
Or they get their breast cut off, or they even get the double breast cut off, or they get their prostate cut off, or they get their tongue removed. I mean, I hear it all the time.
and they think that that's what.
That's the way it's supposed to be. No, it doesn't work
Yeah.
that way.
Well,
Okay, get preaching.
so I had.
Preaching here. Let's do some preaching.
So I had some
You can actually do some
conventional.
singing too.
What's that?
You can do singing
I would
too.
love to do some singing.
Yeah,
So anyway, I came here and Arnold said there's a lot more you can do.
right.
And I started doing green smoothies. I
smoothies.
changed my diet. I got off of meat.
Meat.
And this makes a lot of sense. When you eat a piece of red meat, it takes your body
100 hours.
100 hours to digest that meat. And that energy could be spent healing.
That's right.
But rather than healing, it's spent wasting time digesting.
Very good.
And all
You
those,
understand how it works. yeah.
all those years, you know, for 2 years I had the lesion on my tongue.
Right.
And it probably took 10 years for that to develop.
It did.
All
it
the
did.
time. Yeah, I
Right.
had pain in my jaw all that time.
Right.
And I didn't change my diet, so
Right.
all those years I could have been getting better, but I
Right.
was getting worse because
Right.
I wasn't eating properly.
And how you doing now?
I'm doing great.
Doing great.
I had an MRI,
Yeah,
thank
MRI.
you.
Yeah.
It showed that it's a little tumor back there next
Right.
to my wisdom tooth, but
Right.
that's smaller.
Smaller.
I had blood work done. You don't have to have biopsies. You don't have to have all that radiation. You can get blood work done.
Right.
There are home tests you can do to find out if your cancer is getting better
Right.
or worse. You don't have to
Oh,
go
wow.
through all that
Wow.
awful radiation and stuff.
Wow.
And my blood work showed my one indicator of inflammation, which is, you know, which causes cancer to grow,
Right.
inflammation. Something called the SED rate. I don't know what that acronym
I don't know
stands
what it
for,
is. Right.
but my rate went from a 62 down to an 8
Wow.
just by changing my diet
Wow. 62 to 8.
to 8.
Wow.
Right. So I'm on the road to recovery.
Actually, I actually wrote a little
Diet and prayer.
information.
And you
This
don't
is
have
my
to
chart I
go
make
for
up.
that
It's actually the best
radical-
chart.
Ah, what's
7 stages of disease.
You know what? I saw this when I first came to Arnold, and this was like my life history here. I was
Right.
so alarmed. I could not believe. I had all these indicators. If I had known Arnold long ago, I never would have had that happen.
Right. What is inflammation? Why don't you read it? There's 7 stages. How much time we have?
How long can we go? 10 minutes?
10, 12 minutes.
I forget.
7
how.
stages of disease.
What?
We're up to 8:45.
Okay.
Should I read it?
Register read. There's 7 stages of disease. Read the first line.
All disease is caused by the body's reaction to the accumulation of toxic material.
That's so
heavy metals,
Heavy metals.
stress.
Steak.
My metal levels were off the charts
Wow.
too, by the way.
And now it's better.
Yeah.
Now we went down
it's
to
all
just by
the
drinking green
tops.
smoothie and change your diet. Oh, you must
No
love
more
me.
meat. I do. Yeah, and I still
But
have
you're
a
single.
face.
You're
I
married,
can
though.
still speak. I
You
can
still-
walk.
I love
can
Arnold
see.
too, and I'm a guy.
Can
All
you
the
sing
things
too?
that they said.
I'm ready to read what inflammation is.
Yeah, enervation, toxicosis, irritation, inflammation
What is
the
it?
4th stage of disease. The body isolates toxins and attempts to fight and destroy them.
That's they label that as cancer.
Yeah,
That's a body design, taking all these toxins, isolate from the rest of the body so then they can destroy it.
that's what happened. I had all this metal and all the toxins in my mouth,
Right.
bacteria building up, anaerobic bacteria under a root canal.
Wow.
Nothing you can fight that. You
Wow.
you have to change your diet.
You have to change your diet.
Yeah, and that's what caused inflammation, and
Right.
then it caused ulceration on my
Ulceration.
tongue.
Right.
And then it says the sixth stage
It's
after
induration.
induration, the body creates storage tanks, which ends up being a tumor, which is what I had, and then
Wow.
cancer is the
Wow.
seventh one.
Wow.
And all of these things happened, and I didn't even know that they
Yeah,
were.
this is my chart in case you want to buy it. It's $5. Anything else?
No, just
You gonna sing a
praise
song?
God and thank Arnold.
You gonna sing a song?
No, I'm not gonna sing a song.
Next time. We'll do it next
Next
time.
time? And
Next time.
So
I'll
you're
bring my
now-
guitar. I have my guitar out in the car. I'll bring
now
it
your
next
guitar
time.
is raw. You tie it mostly raw now?
Mostly raw, but I can't chew a lot of raw because I still have the tube
Okay.
back there and things get
You
stuck.
do a lot
so
of
I do a
juicing?
lot of juicing. I do a lot of. I don't like just straight juice
Right.
because it's too strong.
Right.
So I like the smoothies.
Smoothie
I bought
better?
a Vitamix
Vitamix?
here.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I use that all the time to make
Right.
smoothies.
So you make the
And
mostly
they're great.
smoothies then?
Yep.
And you do fruit and greens?
Yes. Fruit and greens.
I see you're doing good.
Yeah.
You want
I
to
love it. Thank you, Warren.
Thank you. Anything
Bye.
else you want to say?
That's all. Just praise God.
And you had this, what's it called? You had a tongue, you were diagnosed with tongue and,
I had an lesion on my tongue.
and they diagnosed it as cancerous.
Yes.
They wanted to take your shin and part of your foot, take part of your mouth out, replace it, and then you went green smoothies and it almost completely healed.
Right, right. Another thing I can tell you, which I found out later, after I had the surgery on my tongue 2 years ago, the lesion came back.
Wow.
And if I had known that was going to happen, I never would have had the surgery. I used green tea,
Right.
curcumin, and beta-carotene, and I put a little paste on my tongue, and then the lesion went away.
Wow.
If I'd known that, I never would have had the surgery. Don't have surgery, don't get biopsies.
Right.
Don't get radiation.
That's free.
Don't get any of that.
And it's what
God
holds
has
true-
it all.
God has it all.
He gave
What
it all
holds
to
true
us.
for mouth cancer also holds true for breast cancer and prostate.
That's right.
Same theory.
That's right. Get rid of the toxins.
Get rid of
That's what it
toxins.
does, is your body can do it when you feed the right things.
Oh, good. We're done.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.